question recently came up about Our Lady of La Salette, and specifically the Secret of La Salette. What most people do not realize is that the Secret of La Salette that's currently in circulation has been placed on the index by the Church. What this means is that it is a mortal sin to read or rely upon that secret. The Church has ordered us not to read it. And there's a good reason for that. In fact, there are several. The first is that Melanie asked 2 questions when writing down the original Secret of La Salette, which was sent to Pope Pius IX. The first was for the spelling of the word Antichrist. Now, anyone who has seen the secret, of course, objectively, although it is a sin to have seen it, you are in good faith if you did not know of the condemnation of the Church. So many have probably heard of the secret. It's been referred to by many, including Archbishop Lefebvre in his sermon when he consecrated bishops. In fact, he quoted one of the most controversial phrases from there. Rome will lose the faith and become the seat of Antichrist. So the word Antichrist does appear. We'll return to that in a moment. She also asked the definition of the word infallibility. Now, if you were to go onto the internet, and I've done this, because as Pope I may read forbidden articles, and I looked at the versions of the secret, the word infallible, infallibility, none of this is there whatsoever. And so this tells me one thing. The secret that is printed on the internet and in circulation is false. I repeat, the secret in circulation is false. Now, I did some research several years ago when I was first presented with this information concerning the Secret of La Salette, because I'd been asked to comment on it, and I have, I think, 4 or 5 different translations in my own files. Some of them claiming they are, of course, valid. They all agree with the one statement: Rome will lose the faith and become the seat of Antichrist. It's kind of interesting when you find out who said that. According to a website, if you look it up, Martin Luther in 1540 A.D. said that. Martin Luther. I won't go into all the theological problems with the Secret of La Salette. It's enough. The secret is forbidden. Avoid it. I would like to talk about the message of La Salette in part. And I'd like to quote from the Blessed Virgin Mary from the approved part. The world takes no notice of Lent. People go to the butchers like dogs. I gave you 6 days to work. I kept the 7th for myself, and no one wishes to grant it to me. Those who drive carts cannot speak without putting the name of my Son in the middle. This is what weighs down the arm of my Son so much. The misuse of Lent, which has now become quite common. How many call themselves Catholics? They call themselves fish eaters. And yet, do these people fast? Do they abstain? Of course not. They go to the butchers literally like dogs. And how many work 7 days a week? Or if they don't work on the 7th day, that is on the Lord's Day, or even take Saturday off, do they take these days and clear them from work to devote them to prayer, spiritual reading, meditation? Or do they plop down in front of the TV for 12 to 16 hours over the weekend, and thus waste time and corrupt their own minds? And then, of course, the matter of blasphemy. If you sit in front of that TV long enough, you're going to hear the Lord's name taken in vain. There are certain words you cannot say on network TV, apparently. But taking the Lord's name in vain has been permitted for over a quarter century. And this is it. Now, Pope Pius IX saw the actual Secret of La Salette, and he was questioned. And this is his reply. You wish to know the secrets of La Salette. Well, here are the secrets of La Salette. Unless you do penance, you shall all perish. And that is just a simple reminder from Scripture. So, if you are watching this video, heed Pope Pius IX's advice. Do penance. Stop going to the butchers like dogs during Lent. Observe the fast and abstinence laws of the church.